Hello everyone, and welcome to my Young and Restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Daniel hopes Tessa can assist him at Crimson Lights. She is aware that he requires an emotional reset. If Daniel wishes to remain a father and a human being, he has no other option. It was difficult enough to lose Heather temporarily, but permanently. He must therefore find his path. I will require as much of your talent as possible, as well as a small amount of your time and patience. After much deliberation, Daniel finally tells Tessa that he wants her to teach him how to play the guitar. Tessa signs up. Daniel says he has experimented in the past. It is a commitment, Tessa admits. She acknowledges that playing the guitar can shatter his heart, but it can also help him block out the noise in his thoughts. There may be disappointment and frustration along the way. Daniel had already concerned about disappointing his mother, Lucy, even Billy Abbott, who he doesn't care for. He has a strong desire to learn, make mistakes, and improve. It's about taking a step forward and perhaps discovering some new aspects of himself. He might be able to unlock his creativity block with this. Tessa says, "I'm in," grinning. Why doesn't Daniel do this with his father? Tessa asks. According to Daniel, there would likely be tears with every chord and too much emotional honesty. Tessa jokes that she will be aloof and chilly. He claims that she is his top pick for a teacher. He has a guitar that he would break out every now and again with Heather. He will always be moving forward, Tessa says, and perhaps it will unstick him. What he needs is that. After a while, Daniel and Tessa reunite on the patio with their guitars. His is pricey, she observes. He offers to trade her, but she says that your instrument is your baby, you can't just switch. Daniel apologizes. His guitar sounds out of tune as he strums it. Tessa will assist. They begin discussing which keys, frets, and strings to use. He becomes better once she demonstrates how to place his fingertips on the strings. While he observes, Tessa plays a little. Tessa Daniel. Important news. When Amy and Damien get to Nate's house, she walks over to the couch. Nate tells her she's glowing. She explains that Damien took her on a tour of the locations where she used to live and work. She got him lost 3 or 4 times, Damien teases. Amy is grateful to her son for allowing her to share a piece of her life with him. It was a good day, according to Damien. Nate grins. He is happy that they were able to spend time together. He claims he just got off the phone with Dr. Kelly and has an update on her therapy. She is questioned by Nate over her appetite. Amy claims she had enough energy to drive around with Damien and comfort a close friend. Will you share the doctor's words with me? Nate says, "Yes, ma'am," nodding. He claims that the updates she has been providing Dr. Kelly have delighted him. She is an ideal candidate for the Boston treatment facility based on her response thus far. That's fantastic, says Damien. Amy gives a start. I don't understand what this means. It means you have a chance, Nate informs her. On Damien's shoulder, she sobs. Damien, Nate, Amy. Amy and Damien are cautioned by Nate not to get ahead of themselves. Amy concerns about the cost. To protect herself, Damien will lie and say it's only for her. It's expensive, she insists. Damien begs her not to think about that. Call her and say yes, Nate. Amy says it again. She must depart for Boston tonight, Nate informs her, but there is a space available now. Amy objects to the interruption of her time with Damien. They'll spend a lot more time together if this works out, Damien reminds her. Amy gets sentimental. You wish to see me more often. It's her best shot, according to Nate. Amy weeps about being separated from her beloved Audra and both of them. Amy, Damien, Nate. Between friends at the club, Sally informs Audra that Phyllis is snarking at her and pounding away at Billy. She claims that Phyllis is taking advantage of Billy's sympathies for her own ends and that Billy is winding himself up in knots to justify her actions. Audra hears her and supports her, but she also questions why Phyllis is posing such a threat to her. Sally objects. She is irritated by Phyllis, not threatened. Audra notes that she has recently experienced several difficult things. Sally is aware. She ought to be at a retreat for yoga. Abbott Communications doesn't need her, despite Billy's belief that they do. He doesn't. She feels anxious and irritated. But not threatened, asks Audra. She speculates that Sally may be questioning whether Phyllis is seeking more from Billy. He would never fall in love with her again, according to Sally. He would be more aware, wouldn't he? See also, Star's SNL channel. Billy wouldn't fall for Phyllis again, Audra tells Sally, since she's too toxic. Holden abruptly shows up at the table and exclaims about how hot it gets in Los Angeles in the spring. According to Audra, this is the reason she is happier in Genoa City. After he leaves, Sally accuses her buddy of being cruel. There was tension between them. His charisma is so boring to Audra. Sally questions them about their history. You're reserving yourself. What actually transpired between the two of you? There is more to the story, but Audra denies it. There's nothing worse about discussing ancient history. Sally believes it's clear that Holden's emotions are very much alive and well. Text reads, get the Young Restless newsletter from Soaps. Subscribe to receive daily recaps, spoilers, exclusive interviews, and breaking news alerts delivered directly to your inbox. https://cloud.email.soaps.com/signup. Sally is accused by Audra of being envious of Phyllis. She is accused by Sally of attempting to shift the conversation. Audra suggests that she tried to make Phyllis appear terrible by playing dirty. Take the necessary action. Sally hedges, maybe. In exchange, she advises her to keep Nate away from Holden. According to Audra, Nate is aware of her position. Sally contends that Holden has no intention of giving up. According to Audra, that is his issue rather than hers. Audra tells Sally to follow her advice on Phyllis and make her proud before she departs. What happened to us being friends, wonders Holden as he rushes over to Audra. He wishes to purchase a drink for her. Read more, what is Audra doing for? Holden will have to drink by himself, Audra informs him. She is overburdened with starting her own business. He would like to know about it. She claims that it is a deeply personal, completely funded, and passionate initiative. Holden is searching for a fresh chance. About his work with Damien, she inquires. He wants to take pleasure in his work and feel valued, respected, and supported. There has never been a better moment to investigate fresh prospects. Additionally, you could require my assistance. He would go anywhere with the boss. Audra will remember that. She sachets off after saying that. Billy's demand. Phyllis arrives at Billy's residence and offers to take her bright launch ideas somewhere after he remarks on seeing her again so soon. He acknowledges she made him anxious earlier as they sit. She tells him that Abbott Communications is her top priority. Daniel will as well. Billy averts his gaze, saying, yes. She assures him not to be concerned. And you should too, Billy says, but he doesn't have to worry. The argument concerning Daniel's trauma. He seems to be implying that her son is too scarred to work, in her opinion. She complains that despite having been abducted, she continues to have amazing ideas. Don't speak negatively about my son. My son is a person. According to Billy, her son does not wish to be present at this time. You're the only reason he's doing it. Further, Daniel's upcoming romantic partner.